Let's start from the beginning with Josh Rosen, the story on him. Josh Rosen is the quarterback now, QB2 for the Atlanta Falcons. But before all that happened, he was born February 10th, 1997. He's 24 years old from Torrance, California. He's 6'4", 226 pounds, good size. Went to high school at St. John Bosco, and he was the USA Today High School All-American. He was a pretty good player, smart too. Had a 4.3 GPA. He was also his senior year named the Los Angeles Times Player of the Year, the Long Beach Press Telegram Dream Team Player of the Year. He passed for over 3,000 yards, 29 touchdown passes, only 4 picks. Also, he was named to the Southern California Jewish Sports Hall of Fame, and also the male high school athlete of the year for them. And during his playing career, he had over 11,000 passing yards and 90 touchdowns. 5-star recruit. Everybody wanted him. Kid stayed home, went to UCLA. Freshman year, had some pretty good success in the Pac-12 at UCLA. Bunch of good players. He was the Pac-12 Freshman Offensive Player of the Year. He earned freshman All-American honors from USA Today, Sporting News, and Football Writers Association of America. The Sports News Freshman of the Year, Pac-12 Conference Offensive Freshman of the Year, and Pac-12 Newcomer of the Year. So, he was a success year one, and his stats look pretty good his first year with the Bruins. 23 touchdown passes, 11 picks, pretty good quarterback rating in 134, over 3,000 passing yards, 60% completion percentage. Then going into 2016, injuries, but still had a pretty good 2-to-1 ratio throwing touchdowns. 10 touchdowns, 5 picks before the injuries happened. Also, entering the draft, guys, remember this. He was called Chosen Rosen, the chosen one. Yep, that's what they were saying about him. His junior season, where he wrapped everything up, highest completion percentage of his college career, 62.5. Over 3,500 passing yards, 26 touchdowns, 10 picks, highest quarterback rating of his college career, too, at 147. So he finished pretty strong, okay? He pretty much finished strong. Now, some people, there were some red flags because he did miss the bowl game. He wasn't cleared to play because he was hurt. But at the same time, I thought Josh Rosen was a pretty good prospect. I thought Josh Rosen had potential to be a pretty good prospect, a pretty good player in the NFL. So, fast forward to Arizona. He was selected 10th in the 2018 NFL Draft. He was the 4th quarterback selected that year. The following draft, Rosen made the statement that 9 mistakes had been made ahead of him in the draft. He thought he should have went number 1. He draw a lot of criticism from them. He then signed a 4-year deal worth $17 million, $11 million signing bonus, and he won the backup position over Mike Glennon. He made his first regular season appearance week 3 in 2018, replacing Sam Bradford against the Bears. The Cardinals trailed 16-14. They ended up losing the game, falling 0-3, while Chosen Rosen completed 4-7 for 36 yards and an interception. And the year went on. He was named the starter week 4. His first start, he passed for 180 yards, threw a touchdown, lost to Seattle. He helped them earn their victory, though, the following week against San Francisco. Threw a nice bomb to Christian Kirk. But basically, Rosen, he had his struggles. And remember, Arizona switched coaching staff. So once they switched coaching staffs, things went downhill for him. And then what happened next? And I think the red flag with Kingsbury was Rosen. Yeah, it wasn't the most spectacular rookie season. 11 touchdowns, 14 picks. Offensive line was a mess. The team was a mess. This Arizona team was a mess. So even though he was told the team wanted him, blah, 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 all that good stuff, They drafted Kyler Murray number 1, and that pretty much was doomsday for the chosen Rosen, the chosen one. And then he went to Miami, and he was named the backup in Miami. Things didn't go well in Miami. And then the following year, guess what happens? They draft Tua number 5, and he was unable to pass Tagovailoa or Fitzpatrick on the depth chart, and then he was waived September 5th after they couldn't even find a trade partner. So you know what that means. Nobody really wanted him for some reason. September 8th, 2020, signed practice squad for Tampa Bay. Then December 23rd, he went to San Francisco and was going to back up. And really, to me, it was a little bit odd that sometimes he wasn't able to even beat out some of the backups. I don't know if that was just a morale thing or coaches really hated on him. I always thought that maybe he just hasn't found the right coach. Not making excuses, but dang, I don't think he really got an opportunity. So San Francisco signed him to a 1-year deal February 8th, 2021. And on August 17th, which was last week, he was waived. And now he is with the Falcons. Why do I think he could have some success with the Falcons? Remember, this kid's only 24 years old. I think he does have potential to be a starter in this league. Potentially, he could be the next starting quarterback for the Falcons. Maybe it looks like the Falcons are going to ride it out with Matt Ryan at this point. And if they do ride it out with Matt Ryan, then let's say 2 years from now or 3 years from now, maybe Josh Rosen could be the starting quarterback, or maybe Josh Rosen could maybe impress some people in the backup role and be a quarterback somewhere else. But I think Arthur Smith is going to be it's just going to be a good fit for him. I think Arthur Smith, you saw what he was doing with Tannehill. Maybe he could do the same thing with Josh Rosen. Remember, Josh Rosen, chosen Rosen, the chosen one, has never, ever, guys, had a coach believe in him. And that matters. If a coach doesn't believe in you, if the coach doesn't want you there, if a coach is like, let's give up on him, then you're not playing. And coaching does matter. I'm not saying it's everything. I'm not saying the players don't dictate things. I'm not saying Josh Rosen is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I just want to see him get an opportunity. He's never had a team where he could be like, I'm the quarterback. And this isn't one of those situations as well either. However, I think Josh Rosen could shock some people. I think Josh Rosen could be productive with the Falcons. I think Josh Rosen knows that he's 24 years old. He could get another opportunity at a starting job. And if Matt Ryan goes down, remember, Matt Ryan sacked a lot. So God forbid, not wishing anybody gets injured. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. I'm just saying, in a 17-game season now, because they thought it was a bright idea, they thought they could make more money in one of the most dangerous sports, which I think is crazy, by the way. But back to the main point. I think that he could play a major factor this season. I think that he'll help Matt Ryan continue to play at a starting quarterback level and a pretty good level. I think it'll help push him and do the things that some of the assistant coaches do or some of the backup quarterbacks do to inform and help study, help prep up the starting quarterback. I think Josh Rosen is going to learn a lot from that. And I think in practices and in the preseason, you're going to see the Falcons' next game, you're going to see a lot of coaching from Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan's going to help him a lot because no matter how people feel about Matt Ryan, a lot of people feel his shortcomings, he hasn't won the big game, and I agree with that. He has been a really good quarterback for the Falcons. He's had some pretty big years. Even the last couple of years, I'm like, I don't know about it. But there's a lot he could teach Rosen. I think Rosen has potential. Rosen could be one of those guys in 2 to 3 years is a starting quarterback somewhere. I think that can happen. Anything could happen in the NFL. There's guys who are undrafted, won Super Bowls. I think Josh Rosen has talent. He just needs the coach to believe in him. So who's going to believe in him? Arthur Smith. I think Arthur Smith, he knows a thing or two about quarterbacks. He knows a thing or two about coaching players up. He knows a thing or two about schemes. So I think Arthur Smith should be able to help Josh Rosen out. I think Josh Rosen, again, to be a productive player in this year. We can't sit here and judge him. When did he get a real opportunity? People want to say, oh, well, Josh Rosen is trash. He hasn't stayed with a team. But you got to realize, just because a guy is bouncing around, maybe he's just a bad locker room guy. I don't know. I don't know him personally. These reporters, they want to act like they know him, but they don't. So We just have to see how things play out. I'm Jansen Harris. If you like the video, hit the like, comment your thoughts on Josh Rosen. Was it smart that the Falcons got him? Was it a stupid move? You guys let me know what you think. I'm Jansen Harris here with the Flying High podcast, here at the Just Good Network. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. And I'm out.